This is absolutely nuts. I have a variety of updates for you in this video, so let's get into it right away. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all of this information that is changing very rapidly. I know it's confusing out there, but don't worry, my dedication to you and this community as a whole is to be here right by your side every single day with all the latest updates so that you can stay tuned with everything going on and all of these big changes that continue happening. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button right down below if you haven't done so, and let's get into the updates. All right, so quickly, I want to talk about something that was just announced by the president a short time ago while he was in an interview. So the president indicated that yes, he will be running for a second term in 2024, provided his health is as good as it currently is right now. Now, he also indicated that if former President Donald Trump does happen to run once again, that yes, that would actually entice him to run once again for another rematch in that second term. So again, we will have to see what happens with all of this, but this is actually kind of interesting because it's been going back and forth for the last couple weeks. A couple weeks ago, there was some talk like, oh no, we're not going to run again. It's just going to be one term. We're going to come in for 4 years. We're going to do our thing and we're going to get out of here and not run again. And then a few days ago, it was like, oh yeah, we're going to run again. And it's been back and forth. So he actually just indicated that yes, he likely will be running once again in 2024. So again, we'll have to see what actually happens when it comes down to it. But it's been a little bit back and forth. But in this interview, he did indicate that, yep, for sure, he will be doing it. And if former President Trump does run once again, then yeah, he wants to do that rematch. So again, we'll have to see on that one, right? That might be a little bit of an interesting time if that does come down to it once again, right? So I think a lot of us would be interesting to watch that one play out. So anyway, we'll move on to the next topic here. And according to a recent Gallup poll that was just released today, it shows that a vast majority of Americans are actually recognizing that economic conditions are actually worsening. So according to this Gallup poll, 67% of people who were polled actually think that economic conditions are worsening. This is actually a really bad sign. Now here's the thing. This reading that we just got from this Gallup poll is showing the worst reading that we've seen since when? Yeah, you called it, April of 2020, when we were in the thick of this whole COVID business. So, yeah, this is the worst reading that we've seen when it comes to consumer confidence with economic conditions since April of 2020. What were we doing in April of 2020? I don't know about you, but I was sitting on the couch a lot those days. I'm just being real with you. There was a lot of laying on the floor, a lot of laying on the couch, and I'm going to be honest with you, there was a lot of naps those days. That was kind of fun, honestly. Yeah, so anyway, there was a lot of stuff. We were supposed to be sitting at home doing a whole lot of nothing then because they were telling us to stay at home, shelter in place, lockdown, all of these different terms that were being thrown around at that time. But yeah, there was a lot of things, and consumer confidence at that time was the exact same reading that it is right here, right now, according to the Gallup poll. So, yeah, we might be in for a little bit of a long winter here with everything going on, considering economic conditions and the way that we feel about the economy right now. I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody asked me right here, right now, by the way, I did not respond to this poll because honestly, I didn't see it. But if somebody asked me right now, how are economic conditions going? I would say, yeah, they're worsening because here's the thing. Month over month, we continue to see inflation running hot, right? Well, let's be real. Who isn't that affecting right now? I know that inflation is affecting pretty much everybody in this community. I know that it's been affecting me. Here's the thing. Total side note. I'm just totally digressing for just a minute. So, by the way, I think many of you recognize that I don't drive because I'm blind, but this is just a total side note. So we have one vehicle, my wife's vehicle, and back in the day, like, 2019 time, we would fill that vehicle up at the pump with gas, and it was like $23. It was not very much, right? $23 was like reasonable for a tank of gas. These days, $39, without fail, every single time, $39. Yeah, so I mean, seriously, who is that not impacting? it's impacting a lot of people, right? So my point is, it hurts every time we go to the pump, we fill up. Every time you go to the grocery store, it's like way more every single time, right? And it's not only me. I know for sure it's affecting many, many people right here in this community. And that's just one thing. What about the supply? There's many products right now. You go to the store and you're trying to find something and they don't even have it, right? Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. And again, I just totally digressed for just a minute, but I guess that's just what happens sometimes. All right, let's quickly talk about the next point here that I want to talk about. So remember the last stimulus package that was passed in March of 2021. The $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan was the name of it. Check this out. This is going to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy inside, I'm sure of it. According to some research from the Secret Service, they have found that $100 billion of that $1.9 trillion, yeah, it was actually scammed by fraudsters. So $100 billion was fraud. So this could have been in the form of unemployment benefits, as far as people claiming them when really they shouldn't have been. What I should say, let me rephrase that for a second. Basically, what people were doing is they were taking fake names or people that were like deceased or like, people, whoever, they were just like basically stealing identities. And then they were basically just filling out unemployment claims and then claiming and then getting the benefits on their behalf. That's just one way. I mean, so many other ways, like taking stimulus checks, things like this. There's so many different ways that they were taking this. $100 billion. Let me put that into perspective. If you've been watching the videos for any length of time now, what is the magical number that I've been calling Congress on for a few weeks now, right? They have $500 billion still sitting there from all of these stimulus packages, and I've been asking them to do what? Yeah, you're right. Peel off $100 billion and send it out in the form of a $2,000 stimulus check to 50 million people. Yeah, so to put it in perspective, basically these fraudsters took $100 billion, which would have been equivalent to getting 50 million of the lowest income and fixed income beneficiaries a $2,000 stimulus check. I don't know. That's disgusting. I mean, seriously, I don't know what else to say about that. That is so incredibly sad that happened. And now here's the next question. Are they actually going to go after these people and try to get the money back? Or are they just going to say, hey, we don't care. It's taxpayer dollars. What do we care? Let's just pretend like it never happened. So we'll have to see what actually happens with that. But they may just write this whole thing off and just say, well, it's just a loss. Let's just move on and just, whatever. It just happened. They might try to track down a little bit of it. I would hope that they do, because that is taxpayer dollars. That is all of our money that we paid in through taxes, all of our hard-working money, we've worked hard for it, we've earned it, and then we've paid it in through taxes, and then it just was stolen. That's a sad situation. So, wow. Especially here we are. We're begging for that money. We're begging for that $100 billion to be peeled off so that all of us could get a $2,000 stimulus check to help us through this time. And there you go. The fraudsters are literally filling up swimming pools with it and swimming around in it. So I hope they're having fun, because we're not, right? Man, unbelievable. Anyway, there's always got to be somebody doing that stuff. Anyway, yeah, sad situation. All right, so let's talk about something else here for just a minute. So as we do know, this new COVID variant, the Omicron variant, is raging throughout the country right now in like massive numbers, right? We're seeing some new records being set out there. Some states are in states of emergency. There's a lot of things going on out there. But here's what a new model is predicting, and these are some big numbers. Check this out. Let me put this in perspective really quickly. In the United States, as of right now, the population is 333 million people right now, right? So again, give or take, few million or whatever, but 333 million people is the latest reading that I've seen on the population in the United States. According to a new model, they're saying that we could see 140 million new COVID cases within the next 2 months. Whoa. I mean, seriously, I don't know what the number, I'm going to be honest with you. We've been following this stuff for a very long time now. I don't recall what the numbers were back in, say, March, April of 2020, even a year ago. I'm going to be real with you. I don't remember what the numbers were. There were so many different numbers being thrown around over the last almost 2 years now. I'm not really sure. But I don't recall ever seeing a number, 140 million new cases in the next 2 months. So this could be a really interesting / not so interesting next couple of months with all of this raging through here and the winter months, the holidays, everything going on right now. So let's just hope that this model is not right. Maybe there's a little glitch in the model. I'm not really sure. But let's just hope for all of us that that's maybe not accurate. But if that is just the case, and I would have to anticipate that they would have to do something to try to curb the spread of that. I would anticipate, or maybe all of us just continue living like we do and no problem. And if we get it, I guess we just, I don't know what we do then, right? I don't know. I'm not really sure what their strategy is, but the president has already indicated that we're basically just going to continue going like we currently are right now. And, like the pitch that he always makes. So, again, we'll have to see what happens over the next couple months here. Either way, it's going to be very interesting to watch all of this play out. But mostly, I just want all of you to stay safe during this time. But this are the weird and absolutely nuts updates that I have for you right now. I've been gathering a few of these throughout the day today, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make an absolutely nuts video. And I feel like a lot of these points that I talked about today were absolutely nuts. So I hope this helps you out, and I hope it keeps you updated with everything going on. Either way, like I said, please stay safe out there. I know that this whole virus thing is very controversial. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm simply here to tell you what I find while doing my research, because ultimately that is the most important. And realistically, we're all adults here. Everybody can make their own decisions. I'm not here to do that for you, right? So I hope you can respect that, and I think you do, because we never want to have somebody telling us what to do, and I'm not that guy. So you can make the judge, you can make the calls on that one. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. If you haven't done so yet, feel free to share this video or go back and check out any of the other 2,000 videos right here on the channel. Thanks again. I really do appreciate you. Enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later.